Terrence Howard goes on the record once again, but this time he's talking about rappers losing their innocence at Diddy parties. Terrence Howard just don't care, man. I take my hat off to Terrence because he keeps exposing the darkness that many people are afraid to talk about. Watch what Terrence said on this interview.
So funny, like my friend said to me, rappers, they're all so tough until you hear their real name.
Yeah, well, until you see them at a Puffy party.
Oh.
Then they're not tough no more. I'm surprised that the rap game is still alive because the masculinity that the rappers are supposed to portray.
What is it with all the man-on-man action that I'm learning about? I mean, like with the Puffy parties, like the last thing I ever thought that went on there was gay stuff. Not that gay stuff was wrong, it's wonderful. I just did not think that's what Puffy was doing.
Yeah, well, I didn't think it either. And even when my assistant said that stuff, I still was like joking it off. And it wasn't until later on that I heard other things from people that worked from him. You know, you remember that back in the times of slavery, they had a thing called breaking the buck, where they would take, not to go in a bad place, but this is how I see what's happening, the parallels with what's happening correlates what's happening in the business. If they, back in the times of slavery, if they had like some 12-year-old slave that was just full of himself and confident and, wasn't listening, they would tie him to a log or a barrel, and a bunch of the overseers would rape him, to where when he walked around with the slaves now, he didn't have the confidence.
Sure.
He was broken.
So Terrence is pretty much saying that a lot of individuals who love what they do, want a better life, want success, see what's going on with television, see what's going on the radio, do everything they can to finally meet somebody like Diddy, only to be broken and have their soul lost. Doesn't it speak of this in the Bible? For what will it profit a man to gain the whole world but lose his soul? That's exactly what these industry execs do. They want you to feel like they're God and you have something over them. A lot of people have been doing it. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, P. Diddy, Jay-Z will come out soon. It didn't start with Diddy, ladies and gentlemen. He was a victim turned predator. And that's how a lot of individuals get into this. They're victims first. But instead of overcoming and letting it stop with you, you continue. That's exactly why Diddy's in jail. May the Lord continue to expose the darkness going on in Hollywood. And may more people like Terrence Howard come out with truth. Hallelujah.